Bombada, bombada, no 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 no. My back is da. What's this weird button here? Loud brother, man. What am I doing? What was that? What is that thing? Oh. Had enough rest, have you? Papa. Like who? Yes. The Manjuswaka. The Manjusaka. What the hell is this place? Elephant temple or something. Honoured signs, you're free to enter at your leisure. I cannot leave my post, you have to make your own way. Should you require directions to the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Cutscene. Is it a cutscene? Oh, I'm inside now. Rather than risk getting lost, we best ask for directions. Why? Oh, this is like a city. Ah, look, there's people here. I presume I understand you're here for an audience with Satrap. Did that guy say go left? This is it, yeah. Heading to Megaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll measure the entrance to the airship landing. Through my right and then to the left. This is not the airstrip landing, is it? From here it's quite simple really. Ascend the steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. I'm gonna go get the Ethernet over here, Estinian. Sorry mate. What is that? Ffxiv KH4? Oh, Kingdom Hearts 4. Greetings and welcome. We are members of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. Come and listen. Of course, we've been expecting you. I'll show you into the chamber. Speak your words, dragon. Chilly.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust. Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent in more ways than one.
Who collapsed?
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so.
Ooh.
Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. Place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the...
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your...
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Khan will be...
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrow, though you were half a world away. Such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, in some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster, for not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which...
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another... The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only... He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope.
Boom.
He believed So long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the...
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of... I knew it to be so. From man and dragon alike have I learned of thine exploits.
Bing bong.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsonar's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no...
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I must apologize. I have to change your champion. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my own.
So what are you... Are you calling me? No. Oh, I need XP booster. Oh wait, I could probably left. It's not left, is it? It's straight on. Harry, you are a bad boy. He keeps barking at something. What was that slamming? What? What's that guy doing? He's cooking. Oh, it's disabled. Why is it disabled? Whoa, where do you get that? A quest. Fire in the forge. Why is that doing that? Oh, that is actually cool, yeah. Chorios, what are they? Oh, I ran past it. I want to see it again.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring...
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations. Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders, to which end, I could set out forthwith and present...
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Okay.
Please, I must speak with you.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young... It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned...
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
And I am truly grateful that you... all of you, for everything you've done.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas unto the hands of those who might wield them against this...
The talisman? Is this true? So groggy from sleep, I didn't even think to ask. great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high or torn from the heaven. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of... As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you... That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible...
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether...
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle...
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Shall we depart for Sharlayan then?
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded.
Wiggly, 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 wiggly. Stay. Oh. It is cold. It is chilly, man. It is chilly, chilly. And you can't mount here either. It sucks. Rest. Welcome back. So would you like an improved lodgings now? Sure.
Take heart and protect them well.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
I've done that one. I think I might have done this one. Yeah. I'm here now, I think. Sound the bell, school's in. Best of the best, how the mighty have fallen. The last bastion. The martyr. The dark inside.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
Yeah, I'm here.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced
82
no,
to
thank
83,
you.
and then I've got
I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
quite a bit to get through.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
I'm here.
What? Brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear,
That
sit
burger
him
is
down in front
massive.
of the Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Quile, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was.
Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
Pizza, you got pizza.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh!
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is equal, equally tedious, equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we bliss.
Well, that was pleasant.
But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot. So I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. And soon, very soon, the rest... Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
On the Wings of Hope. Is this my inn? Yeah, I have a glamour in here. I do. Ain't that something, hmm? Ain't that something? Ding dong, early on. Body. Sound the bells, school's in. Oh crap, a weapon coffer, that's probably an upgrade. So I'm here. I have to do all these. That is pretty crazy. Hang out for a stroll. I have the studium, I think. Let's get it next time I'm up here then. Conservatoriums, numerous houses, laboratories, testing grounds. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech. Bam, bam, bam. Are you lost? Wait, don't tell me you're a trainer gleaner fresh off the guild ship. it down here? Yes, the scholar was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research product. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall mentioning where he was planning to go next. Over here then, I guess. Who am I looking for? Alpha no. Definitely not near.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Crack my knee.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged.
There we go.
I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings.
Ha ha ha!
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particular... As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
Oh dear, oh dear.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture.
Please take a seat. End of the quote scene. Nope.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamental. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three. Two of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third? Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar.
consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain them. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
And disappear. Memories would be overwhelmed. Memories come blank.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago.
The tower.
The seventh umbral calamity.
Oh, never mind.
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan Pro. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the unnecessary evil. You have my word that it would...
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled, Daniel?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified. The blots upon us. And our memories drift apart and dissolve.
Is the paper gonna...
But there are those memories that are indelibly...
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather... I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and these... Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapol. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge.
New weapon, Pog. You've been granted the run of phenomenon. Oh, it looks kind of cool, but it's black. But you might be able to dye it, possibly. Oh, it's got a gem on it, though. A capital idea. I'll be right back. giving me much to mull over. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, I'm tempted to just teleport. It's quicker. It's quicker, man. It's quicker. Oh, it's so close between Liverpool and Manchester City. I'm gonna go with Liverpool. Wait, I have a £5 free bet. What the heck? Come on, Liverpool. 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 Not working. Oh, it's the transform, dude. Nil, nil, 0, 0. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway. To Limsa Lominsa. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Velbrand. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Justinian? What happens if I do that? Does it mess up the stram? No, it doesn't. Let's go, Liverpool. Do, 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 do. Let's go, Liverpool. Do, 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 do. I shouldn't explain though, Vitra and the Alchemist is a great work. I shall remain here, doing my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers. Who's playing for Liverpool? Oh, Mane and Salah are both playing. Oh dear. Bye bye money, bye bye. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. On the contrary, we're honoured and grateful and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right that discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it's only a matter of time before we're overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we've taken the initiative to set up wheels in motion. I'm sure to learn we're all in accord. But might I ask you your plans? It hinges on the warding scales and our ability to utilise their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. But your triumph in Radza'an has given us cause. The time has come for ourselves of this menace. Free ourselves of this menace. It is you, the Signs of Simdorn, who've shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Tolofaro at bay, we will dispatch our finest strike at the enemy's heart. These brave few will be Isabad contingent. To think such progress has been made in such a short span. Our objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemont. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed of their free will. There are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not the strategic political gain. I do not ask that we set aside decades of conflict. We simply chosen to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not forsake our compassion or morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation. I wager the spies primarily purposes divided to keep us occupied. This would appear to be sustained by Eustoda's analysis for the tower's influence on Aether recurrence. Based on their observation inside the tower of Zot, her spies siphon Aether from the land, consuming it and maintaining their form. However, they draw far more than is required. The excess of Aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it's being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it's being right to do a larger spire in the capital. There's a... oh no. couldn't have put it better myself. Your Stola, Thankrod, and Yurianjo, you've all pledged their support. They're on their way to make us confident. They're positive we could come to the same decision as we did. Luckily for Revolver, their prediction was correct. Once you've delivered the warding scales to Alamigo, the continent will embark on its journey to Ilzabad, Realban, and Lord of America overseeing preparations, so I just make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs, and light. Without it, it will be cold before you. Telophoroi, so much draw still. Keep the enemy by create a diversion. Now go safe from the knowledge of yours will be left in the wilds. You can bet in me and I soon all medical my 20 Come on, Liverpool. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organise the various delegations into a cohesive unit once we've... Sadly not, though. Do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace of mind from knowing Eorza is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilzabad, Ishsabad, and I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you both. We meet again. Or... but a minor one. That being the information stored in the Maxima. I do. The Telophoroi have weighed lace to my homeland and enslaved my people, but though every moment of my being in Christ, mission in jeopardy. I leveled up. Puta chest gear. Puta. Alamastery coat. Oh man, this thing's massive, dude. And it's probably better than the one I have. Oh, it's not. That's good. Of the other members of Isabad contingent I gathered at the royal palace, I shall inform them of your arrival. Yep, I would like to enter the royal palace. Thank you very much.
By the 12.
By the 12? Oh my god. Big army.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Womp womp womp. To Moraz Ederson. John Stones. The Moraz Ederson.
Might I ask you to speak first?
Who?
If I must, I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald.
Boom.
To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest.
They don't
serving
look
as our
like
escort.
healers. Two of them do. That one looks like a hunter. He's got a bow.
Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands.
Raya
Raya
sends her
sends her
regards,
regards,
by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sickard, in case you've forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time?
That's what we'll do.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need... That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Terrapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself.
Master Matoya.
The Avatar of Destruction? With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in... Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolain!
Ah, yes. Emanolain de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would... But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your... Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of derring-do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however...
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Dude, everyone's getting together. Holy moly.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the...
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy! Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We will...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamiga. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to... And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them?
The enemy.
But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans,
There's no denying. The simple truth.
They're just people.
No different
from
you or I. They've got their share of lives and murders, to say the
Doma,
least.
who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shed... Maxima, who stands with us today, tried to reform Garlemald from within and make peace with Doma. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are...
For the greater good.
It won't be easy. But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
Yes.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, as they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses...
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes...
We
Spare no
will
effort
succeed.
in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Besides the delegates assembled here, the Abal Jah and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate, and they're also likely to prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defences in the Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We shall suffice. Care to do the honor? What the flip heck? You didn't worry about Urianger and I will still have what we wore in Garlemald before, as Tillian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armour, and since we spent a fair time north recently as well, I've no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock, the rest could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. Is that the... I need a tailor. It's Tataru. Why do I need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? Wait, no, of course not. Silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Are you gonna give me a new outfit? I don't get one, do I? Agmas and blah 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 have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They are staying in the Rising Stones for a while to keep on the events in Orzia. Since they'll be running things back at the headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Oh, why not? You can keep Krill company in the Baldeston Annex. Yes, we'd love to have in charge of the road and nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in position to transport your soul to another world, if anyone can simply disrupt the have I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's anything I can do. Okay, let's go. A North Sea coat? Do I have to wear it? I don't want to. Probably it's gonna make me wear it. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Come on, Liverpool, come on. Tara is desperately trying to retain her composure as she prepares to see off. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, let's go do it. It's an honor to finally meet you. For many of us, something of homecoming. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be further assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I've already the engines. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended these are entirety. In addition, let's go. Let's go to the disco. Boom, 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 boom.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
What the heck?
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius. The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald. The very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than...
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel.
Divide and conquer.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
At the Imperial Supply Depot.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Pistola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again. Are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Hi, Harry.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Oh no, I have to play as Thancred, man. Masks your presence. Where do I go?
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count. Damn.
Silent takedown.
Must be losing my touch.
What is silent takedown? I don't have a button for that, man. I'm gonna lose this thing. Oh, stealth only lasts for 8 seconds. I have to run over there, man. How did they know it was me that did that? Oh Christ, I got a lot of them on me here. I died. Bro, what is this? No, just normal. I don't know what the silent takedown is. I don't have a button for it. Can I skip this too? Swift Deception renders Thancred invisible. More of this action can be used outside of combat. It will also be unavailable when Thancred attempts to deactivate Magitech fields. Thancred's silent takedown will instantly render your soldier unconscious. It can only be used while Swift Deception is inactivated. Okay. As guard dogs can detect Thancred even when Swift Deception is active, you can instead use a bewilderment bomb to distract them and sneak past. Okay, I get it. Try again.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, I see.
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
I understand it now. One. Two. Are those the dogs? I'm not sure.
Must be losing my touch.
Can I still... Oh no. No.
This is
what happened. Did it have
the explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
I'm gonna have to wait for this thing to go away. Go away, go away, go away, go away. I'll take this one. Oh crap. Damn it. 3 seconds. Do you think I have enough time? Nah. Now I do. Let's see. I have to get and kill that one. Okay, I think I can get that one. Okay, now I'm gonna go in here. There's a dog. Oh my god, that was so close.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
The blizzard's beginning to clear.
The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now. If they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
I get to play as myself, right? Please, I don't want to play as Elise. Surely I'll play as myself since I'm right here, yeah? Hello?
Protect the others!
What? 20k? My damage? My goodness. Okay. What? Huh? What? Jeez, that's a lot of food. I said that's a lot of food. We're dead then.
A brief respite, but stay alert.
Oh, here we go.
Keep the carriages safe.
Assist whose troops? Someone up here? Oh, I see.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The
Boom.
savior of Ishtar is here!
How did that holy not kill you?
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
Where are Sikard's troops? I'm here. There's no one here, man. Oh.
We're the only ones still struggling. Can't we put our backs into it then?
Is this not hitting or what's going on?
I've been itching for a bit of scrap.
Die, man. Boom.
You lot alright back there?
Well, come on.
We're fine and ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Head north. Oh, what happened? Meanwhile, what? Oh, yeah.
from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no
Mic
stopping us
off.
now.
Mic feedback
Come on.
off.
Let's show them what we're made of.
We have them now! Forward!
Right! Let them have it!
As a raging bull! That's her! Vigilia!
Do not fall behind!
Tremble before the sun!
Adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
Sadu Hatun.
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Far
Mic on.
colder
Mic
indeed.
feedback on.
Bitterly so.
Yeah, dinner's good. I like the chicken, it's crispy. It's quite much though, I don't think I can eat it all.
Not so much as a whisper.
There's only a tiny little bit left. I might give it to
The
Harry.
roads leading beyond
Eh?
the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
Oh, I need a wee. I wish you could pause these cinematics.
Her buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to...
Yeah, treat Harry, okay. Here you go, little boy.
If we're planning on staying here a while,
There's not
we
much
ought to
there,
give
Harry,
this
but you
place
can
a
have it.
proper name.
Good boy. Oh, I need a wee so bad.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone.
Hello, Faye. Alright, we're... Oh my god, I can actually go for a wee. Let me just get this thing. Yum, 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 yum. A frosty reception. Whereabouts am I now? Oh my god, I have so much more to do. Holy moly. Right, I need a wee. Oh, that's better. I need Liverpool to win. In spite of obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Oh my god, this person looks cool. Black Mage. What armor is that? Crypt Lurkers. That person looks cool, yeah. What you have for dinner there? I had noodles with like the vegetables and things. And crispy chicken. And garlic bread. Yeah, that was it. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Hello, Ronnie. Wonny wonny. Wonny wonny. Need to cheer on Liverpool. Liverpool. You'll be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings. I do ever feel no small amount of guilt for the commandeering civilian homes. Considering the length of time that has passed. Okay, come on, man. This place looks cool. Nice. Okay, meeting is beginning. Just one, thankfully. But I was also working on this other thing for Ryan.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
Okay.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
Okay.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the event.
A promising idea.
I will assist. I think my headset might need to be charged soon.
Of course, I will require a porksy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Charging battery.
Charging
Would you
battery.
like a hand?
Come on,
I
Liverpool.
am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, my smiths reckon that with the right parts, they...
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
Yes.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us.
How long
if
left
they
in
have not
football?
already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests
30
that
minutes,
they have yet
half
to
an
do
hour.
so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance effort.
Okay.
Don't forget about us Alamegans.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that...
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino.
What is it?
Between here and the center
No!
of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine.
Man City
I would
scored.
have you search the area for survivors.
Flippin' heck.
Your keen sense of direction, honed in your
Let me see. Yeah, they did. God's sake, stupid. Wait a minute, has it been ruled out? Oh my god, it's offside. Yes!
You
VAR.
all have your duties.
Yes!
Let us make haste.
Come on,
May
Liverpool.
the fury...
VAR. Virtual reality. Oh, my mic wasn't all the way down. Good, gods be good. If it's the cold with Tartarus clothing, I dare to shrink how we feel about it. Shrink? It makes me realise too that while people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'll be hard pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, blah 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 blah. Take forever to finish the job. Bye. I got a bet on Liverpool to win. What is that thing? Big sheep. An Ovi boss. Cutscene. A massive sheep thing, or maybe it's a cow. Pardon me. A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree, it looks like she's running away from something. Surely not us. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. Hey, Harry. No, I'll be fine. A man of chivalry, my honor demands no less. Go and Godspeed. Come on, then. This game probably going to end in a draw. 2-2. Where are they led? Oh, I can see it over here. These footprints appear to be the same as those you saw previously, and they lead towards the building. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking. Then again, it's possible that she ran past this place. Do you mind searching up ahead? Up here? I see footprints here, look. Cutscene. Come on, Liverpool, come on. The girl in the green anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call out from her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts. It'd be safer to get closer, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Ah, is this like another stealth quest? Don't like these. Follow the girl from a safe distance. The object will end in failure if you're noticed. Use cover such as rocks. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again. So far, so good, it says. Bro, she's gonna turn around again, man, and I'm gonna be in trouble. I used the tree. She's gonna turn around. Oh my god, the lightning scared me a little bit. She's sprinting. Will that thing aggro onto me? What do you think? Oh, I knew it. Oh, she's gonna start sprinting. No. You can't see in this puppy of mine, can you? Oh! That was close, wasn't it? If she stops there, I'm in trouble. Okay, I got this rock at least. She's gonna keep going. I'll keep going as well then. I can use the tree up here. Bro, she's... Oh, I did it. Duty completed. Hello. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow the place sky high. Please, we just want to talk. Wait, Alphino was following me too. I'm Alphino, this is my sister Elise, and we're good friends. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. We didn't. The Telefari are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald and won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Poor souls are now in our care. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How are you able to escape the influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's Licinia. For how I've managed to stay sane. I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night and the roar, the terrible roar. And then the screams. I was screaming too. I think I'm not sure. I can't remember. Let me check the football. Then came the silence. Everything was still. What's going on here? 74th minute. If your hells are real, I saw that one today. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have any family here? Is this their home? Ah, I don't think Liverpool can win this. No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was, until me and a few others are here borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were. The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help, can you? Of course. Thank you. I'll tell the others first. Wait here. This is everyone. The Senior says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with a means of heating the place, as a sign of goodwill, we'll take your word. If that's too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic? We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it upon that gazebo, under that gazebo. The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes. Hi, Samala. Hi. Wait. Hold on. No. Liverpool corner. Come on. 462,999,772,552 million. Leg coffer. Sorry I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can help them? Speak with Alpha now. I can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to use Emmanuel's tinctures, the ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Why don't you make sure everyone gets one? The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies it will return with a vengeance. There you go. No harm in trying, but tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though it seems absurd after what's happened, but it's ruins now. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still stand offer no more than meagre protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magitech that sustains us has come to a grinding halt. What machinery that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum, of course. Cerulia Ingens is full of the stuff for all the good that it does. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. Yeah. Two. Why are you so far away from the fire if you're cold? This, it's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? You use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. They're made with quality components crafted with the finest ore. Not all that useful, since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. Tis a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe, chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. Ten minutes to go. Now what? Let's go over there, look. What's that? This is poison. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying in the Laterum? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glacies a few days ago, and they were the ones you encountered. Camp Broken Glass, you call it, and Virgilia and her men are all there now. So how do you reach the Magna Glacies? Did you come across the mountains on foot? Thank you so much. To reach Tapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way round. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky. Come on. 83rd minute. I need a miracle. Who goes there? How did you find us? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? Oh, those people, they thought they'd come all waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Looks like the boot's on the other foot now and the capital's gone. So they resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. If they think that we'll give in to intimidation, they've got another thing coming. These people are strong. Man, I can cast this fast. Holy moly. That was nuts. Have I got any more food? There's one. That'll do me for another hour. Four minutes left. I don't think that Liverpool are going to score. There you are. Just after you left, Lucinia asked me to go catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. This is Trapper's Den. Well then, after you. Who are you? What happened to the guards? Eorzeans and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald. That doesn't make a goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands. Girabanya, Yanksha, Bosja, to name but a few. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days. What with the city in ruins, we take enough power out of heaters and save the surplus for later, and though it helps to stave off the cold, it does sod all about the hunger. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrel for when we're interested. We'll exchange it for whatever provisions. We can certainly ask, but if you are all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go, go where? Even if we manage to go back to our homelands. Nothing left for us thanks to the Empire, and the knowledge and skills we require working here would practically be useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. Long as there's a need for a ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald we know it's gone for good. Gone for good. Minutes. That's gonna break my transmog. The grey underneath look. Matches my staff though, I suppose. So, you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? What, those purebloods up at Victor's spoils sent you to turn their enemies for help? They must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Licinia's got a little sister to think about. A sister? We only saw Licinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her if she needed treatment. I doubt there'd be any way to get around here. I may have refused Licinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something in exchange, but I could spare them a bottle's worth. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them your way. Oh, I can't for the life of me think why Licinia would keep her sister a secret from us, but we can ask that we've delivered this ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. 4 minutes of injury time. There's only 3 minutes left. Come on, what's going on? Are they taking this free kick or what? It's been weird. Minutes left. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alphino would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. Maybe they're around the back. What happened? Did they get attacked? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me, caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us, we know what you are about. Vultures, that's what you are, waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, and then you swoop. That's not what any of us want. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. Licinia, it was hiding her sick sister inside the house. Full time. Bye, money, bye. We were waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. Let me turn this off. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I need to tend to my injuries and theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Dun, 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 dun. at the end of the trail. Where am I in these quests? Is this thing going to attack me? Look how fast I can pass this. This is insane. Two sets of fresh footprints. This is definitely them, come on. What question, man? At the end of the trail. At the end of the trail. Wow. Okay. So really are ignorance. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. Can't think of any other reason. Search for hints. This empty bottle smells faintly of alcohol. Thin coating of dirt indicates it's been here for some time. It's unlikely to have any connection. Oh. Maybe they went underneath this bridge. Oh, there's an aether current. Can't get it though until I have to go all the way up and around. Fresh blood. Aiding. Two bodies are already cold. Dead. Sean, my suitcase broken. Can I use... Yeah. The heck is that noise? Is that radio?
Blood trail. We found one.
They were attacked.
They were attacked.
By what? A beast? A beast from the Middle East. No.
No.
They're dead.
they... Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
Charging battery. Oh, they buried them.
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all.
I don't think Emperor Varus is alive, man. I don't think he's alive.
So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones.
Alright, you fired. Alphinaud's resolve may be shaken, but he has not forgotten his duty. We've all... Let us return to camp. Someone sent to come for them. All I can do now is report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. Let us linger no more. Come on. Bye. Where's the people that attacked Alphinaud? Are they here and are they still on the floor? Nope. I wonder if I should go get this stone. Probably not. I think the story will take me there. And... oh, I can just do this. At least they in Alphinaud tell me that they finished their preliminary search for survivors but refrained from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account? Is this a cut scene? Cut scene.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to...
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate...
Yes.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
We have learned
As you may have already heard,
nothing.
we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood despite the... Unless
Flashbang.
Something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
Flashbang.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to it. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter.
Oops.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
It's a radio.
Varus spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Right, might have a little bath.
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard.
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak.
Oh, my back.
But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove...
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a...
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on...
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
I've got any 3 theme slots. Right. I'm going for the bath time.